Okay, Aquarius, I am so sorry about that abrupt ending. My phone died as I put it down in the in the description on part one that my phone died. So I had to come back with a part two because I'm not gonna keep y'all waiting. I know y'all want to hear the end of this reading, and I was nowhere near finished. I thought my phone was fully charged. I'm sorry, y'all. Anywho, um, I had stopped where I was talking about somebody's at the water or maybe at the gravesite trying to make peace with some stuff. Because some people are going to ask for forgiveness, and then some people are going to have to go to someone and say, I forgive you, because they've already asked for forgiveness, and at the time you could not forgive them, but now you're in a reflective zone. You're in a retrospective. Okay, so I had ended by saying that you're in a retrospection um, place in your life where you're trying to clear the air. Um, you're just trying to face some things, because I picked up on the fact, because of the Five of Cups, that you have some regrets. Um, you maybe have experienced some loss, whether it was loss via death. It could have just been some L's you took that brought about this introspection. Somehow, some way, you're in a place in your life where you are wanting to and needing to make peace with some things. So you're going to have to go and fix some things. And as I mentioned in part one, you may have to go and actually offer peace and forgiveness. You may have to go make a truce. You may have to go reconnect with people who you had to disconnect from for other reasons, not because they were not ambitious and you had to get them, those wild weeds cut. I ain't talking about them. I feel like that it's just some personal stuff, okay, that you need to go face and fix with people from your past, okay? Some of these people may have wronged you, and they may came to you during their self-reflection time and ask you for forgiveness, but you were not in a position to give them that forgiveness. You couldn't offer them forgiveness yet because you had not yet started your own awakening. You had not yet went through your own introspective time. But I picked up on part one that you have been in hermit mode, and you got a lot of good things going for you, and somebody passed the baton to you and told you to keep up this, whatever it was that y'all started, or you started something, or you are planting seeds to start something. And you're at the end of the day, I don't want to get too wordy because I got more cards that I need to pull, but at the end of the day, you've planted some seeds and you are already starting to see some manifestation of the fruit that is going to bear. And it is something about that, and it is something about the silent supporters in your life, and it is something about the cheerleaders in your life that's making you want to make sure that you are squeaky clean, that you are pure and able to really receive all of this grace, all of this glory, all of the success, attainment, and accomplishment that's coming to you, right? Because as I mentioned in part one, you've put a lot on the table. You got a lot on the line. You are betting on yourself. That's why I titled this reading, You Are Betting on You by Any Means Necessary and at All Costs. So there's a lot riding on the line, financially, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. And you just want to make sure that you are at the best, highest, and greatest level of yourself. And that is going to require you making peace with some people from your past, or allowing their apologies to finally be received by you, okay? All right. Thank y'all for coming back to part two. Y'all, listen, I hate when I have to upload two parts, and I'm old school, y'all. And I'm going to stay old school. I am not trying to download a bunch of different apps to have to merge videos. I'm old school. Y'all see my decor. I'm old school. And I love that. And because of that, I feel like people relate to me, because I'm not trying to be, I'm not trying to be one of these new age, got the up to date. No. I come on here to give y'all information. Okay. Now, make sure that my decor is, I love ambiance. Okay, I love ambiance. So my ambiance and my decor will always be in alignment with who I am. I'm not even going to change that to appease anybody. My decor, whether I'm downstairs in my office or upstairs, in my sacred area. However, I'm going to always drop truthful, meaningful gems in my readings, okay? So, and I just said that because I hate when I have to do a part 2, but I know there are apps and stuff that'll merge. And I got a crack in my screen, so if y'all see another hand, there's a darn crack going down right where my camera is. Anyway, I'm not doing none of that stuff. Y'all gonna come and watch these part 2s if you want to get the rest of the message, right? My messages always reach exactly who they're supposed to reach anyway, so I'm never disappointed. 9 of Wands, Ashe. Yeah, that thing got heavy. Yeah. Listen, I believe this 9 of Wands goes right in alignment with this 5 of Cups, because when we are about to level up, when we are calling in and attaining, something's got to be let go for all of this greatness, this big old greatness that we be calling in, for room to be made for it. I believe that this 9 of Wands is an indication that you knew that you had to let go of mindsets, things that you created that are no longer fruitful and conducive to who you are, where you're going, or what you're betting on now. And I believe that you took inventory and you said, I'm going to let all of that right there go. I'm going to hold on to this last thing, because I'm going to use this very last thing to call in the rest of what I want. You were willing to let some stuff go, because the 9 of Wands is a card of perseverance. It's a card of stamina. You didn't lose all the ambition. You held on to just enough to reshuffle the deck. And you done hit jackpot with your mindset. So it's something else that you planted, something else that you did, that you made a good move. You made a good move. And I think that good move came off the fact that you was willing to let everything go that wasn't conducive to where you see yourself going, where you saw yourself going. And that one wand that you had left was powerful enough. It was all you needed. It was powerful enough to shift you into where you're at now, okay? And that's awesome for you, because I believe had you stayed in a certain mindset, stayed around a certain type of people, stayed in their relationship, stayed at their job, stayed in something, whatever you had to let go of, what had you stayed or allowed them to stay, allowed it to stay, you would have been burnt out. And you would not have been able to replant anything, because when you burn out, you don't have it to give to nothing else. First, you got to recoup, and recouping takes a while. So you it's like you jump ship right on time. You jump ship, aka got rid of people, places, and things right on time, right in the nick of time, okay? You didn't allow it to become, it may have been a burden, but you didn't allow it to become a struggle, right? Like once you realized, oh no, this is too heavy and it's not even bearing fruit anymore, I'm gonna let it go. Friendship, relationship, careers, different things that you were set to do for yourself, they just was not, it was fruitless, or it had become fruitless, okay? Show me more. Show me clearly. I believe that you have some celebratory energy coming around you too. Something is working in behind the scenes. Something is being made. It's like I feel like people are, because people are betting on you and counting on you, they're already planning parties and ceremonies. Celebratory and congratulations type stuff. I feel this kind of energy. Now, of course, your season is about to come in, so of course, birthday energy is coming. But this doesn't feel like birthday. This feels like red ribbon cutting, ceremonial. You honorable type stuff. You're going to be celebrated because you are doing something. It's a grand opening type energy, or a big dinner because you got that promotion, or you got that loan. Because some of y'all, maybe the seed you planted was a bank loan, an application for a bank loan, or maybe the seed you planted was to buy a home. So again, another loan. So something like that. Something's going to work in your favor. But I feel like, and I may be spilling the beans. Oh my God. Maybe because maybe somebody else already knows you got the loan, or that you're going to get something. So in behind the scenes, they're already planning some type of surprise party, or some type of celebration is being put in place for you. I hope I ain't telling. I might be telling the plans. If you hear, don't go back and ask your people, y'all planning a party for me? Don't do that. Just act like you don't know. But I do see that. I do see that energy here. A lot of people, a lot of friends, families, communities that you've been a part of, different organizations and stuff you've been a part of. I don't know if you are a soror or a frat brother. I don't know, but it's whatever's being planned for you. A lot of people who you have maybe inspired yourself are going to come to this thing and be a part of this celebration. Okay, even some of the people that you cut off. Okay, because maybe they knew that they deserved to be cut off. Here, they didn't have no motion, like you said. They didn't have nothing going on. So maybe you needed to cut them off. Maybe because you were enabling them by even allowing them, to have access to you. Maybe they needed to cut you off so they could see, oh, I need to go work on me. Because sometimes you got to cut people off who ain't got shit going on so they can go focus on themselves. You can and say you can cut them off without cutting them out. You ain't got to be like, I don't fuck with you because you a bum. You can just be like, you know what, I'm gonna go this way because I got some things that I'm doing, and then never talk to them again. And then down the years you look at them and be like, okay, they got the memo because now they got some motion, now they got some things going on, and now y'all kind of match, right? So they gonna come to the little ceremony, celebratory dinner or whatever too. So it might be a nice little link up, little meet up, little party, little celebratory thing, because life just be happening, and it's a good thing. So the King of Pentacles, this is you. Ultimately, this is what you were trying to get to. This whole reading was for you to get right here. I love this for you. This whole reading was for you to attain this position. Somebody who has grand material force, someone who has immense prosperity, someone who understands how putting things into practice. Remember earlier I said you ain't a feather in the wind just blowing any kind of way. Now you put some security and some stability to your feather. That's what that practicality was. You put something in place. You put some regiments and some practices in place so you could see some feasible, tangible results. I'm talking to the type of Aquariuses that have some, I ain't talking to some, you got some other earth placements. You have some earth placements. Now on part 2, I did pick up that I was talking to some Aquariuses that got Capricorn energy in their charts, but I'm talking to, I feel like 85% of the Aquariuses that I'm talking to have some serious earth placements. I'm not talking to an Aquarius that has all water or all air placements and you're lacking earth placements. Did I just say that? Or did I repeat it? I'm talking to the type of Aquarius that has earth placements. You're not just water and air. If you are just a water air Aquarius, meaning you have an Aquarius sun or an Aquarius moon, which your sun is in another air sign or a water sign, or your rising and your moon is in an air and water. Nah, I know that I'm talking to some Aquariuses that got some very important earth placements, okay? And let me tell you something. If you don't know about the charts, that's okay. That's okay. I do. So I know the energy that I'm talking to. So you may say, well, I don't have any earth in my sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mercury, or Mars. That's okay too. Because I bet you got all earth in your water houses. Or you have all earth in your air houses. Okay, so I know who I'm talking to. I see the energy. Okay, and if you are interested in learning all of that kind of stuff, you want to know your human imprint. Okay, you want to understand it of the snapshot that the universe took of you, about you, the day you were born. Reach out, go over to the description. How to contact me is over there. We can set you up a session and I can give you a analysis on your natal chart. Okay, But yes, Aquarius, I definitely see you moving toward hold on. Spirit said don't take them. Moving toward this, because this is what you were planning anyway, being very stable, secure. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm also talking to the kind of Aquariuses that you're okay, even if you are a female, you're okay with being the masculine energy in your life, in your family. And when I say that, meaning I'm probably talking to Aquariuses, you're okay being the one who's you okay with having the rich auntie vibes. If you are a female, the rich auntie vibes is the one that the little nieces and nephews and the cousins can come to and ask for stuff. And if you want to give it to them, you will. If you don't, you won't. It won't. But if you don't give it to them, it won't be because you don't have it. It'll be because maybe you feel like, nah, you need to go learn some lessons. You need to go get a job. Or yeah, I'll give it to you, contingent upon such and such and such and such, right? So I believe that because that's masculine energy. That's masculine, to tell somebody, okay, fine, we're gonna create a plan. You're gonna work this plan, and if you work this plan the way it's supposed to be worked, then I will pay for your college, or I will help you get a car, or I will such and such and such. So you're moving in a very healthy, divine, masculine energy, and I think that's what you have always wanted to. Um, I think that's what you've always wanted to achieve, to be the it, it's almost like I see you wanting to be the head or the accomplished one in your family. Maybe you were told that you would be the accomplished one in your family. So success has always been around you. You always knew that at some point you would get this, okay? Maybe you had it once before and you lost it all. That could have been the death. That could have been the transformation. Because I did say some of you guys may have experienced some type of tower moments, some turbulent moments where you had it all once and then you lost it all. So you're coming from experiencing poverty, right? And then getting it all back, or experiencing poverty, never having the opportunity to experience what it feels like to be wealthy and healthy. And now you have that opportunity. And that's why I said you ain't trying to lose it. You betting it all on maintaining this. And you are. You absolutely are. So in the process of you doing all the things that it takes to get to this, I think you're also doing all the things to maintain this as well. Because when you went into hermit mode and you begin to listen to yourself and you begin to implement some of the things you were learning while you were in solitude, I think you tapped a part of yourself that made you feel very enlightened too. You tapped your spirituality while you were here. So two things I see you maintaining: wealth, well, three things: wealth, health, and a very high vibrational spiritual life. So you're going to be doing some things that may be unorthodox. You may not even be doing the trendy, social media, spiritual stuff. You may incorporate your own thing to maintain your spiritual maturity, right? So I see that for you as well, Aquarius, and I'm so proud of whoever is here and resonating with this, right? This is a really good reading because I see accountability, I see responsibility, I see attainment, I see determination, I see spiritual communication. I see journaling, which is very important to me. I've always talked about how people need to write the vision and make it plain. I see that with this Nine of Pentacles, how you know started preparing, and you didn't just prepare mentally, you prepared in a physical way, which means you started journaling. Some of y'all created a mission statement, right? Some of y'all wrote your own mission statement. I don't know if the mission statement is for a business or it's for your own personal life mission, but I see a mission statement and you're sticking to that mission statement. Okay? So it's a lot of evolution. I see a lot of evolution and elevation in this reading for you, Aquarius, and I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. I'm 19 minutes in. I'm not going to pull any more tarot. I believe that I've pulled enough tarot for you to know if this is your reading. Make sure, if you just came in and you jumped straight on part two, and you're resonating with it, so you're watching it all the way through, don't just watch part 2. Go back and watch part 1, okay? You gotta you merge it. I ain't gonna merge it because I ain't downloading that app to do no merging. You merge it. Just go back and watch part 2. Okay. So in part 1, I talked about, number 1, y'all working with pyrite. And I said that I was pulling cards for each sign. I was pulling cards for crystals. And, you know, hopefully getting crystals that I could, you know, recommend for y'all. And maybe y'all will go get them because they could be helpful while you're on your sacred journey called life, right? So let me get you 2 crystals pulled. In the meantime, make sure you get you some pyrite. And then read up on pyrite. Read up on pyrite, what to do with pyrite. You don't know what pyrite is because you ain't been to part 1 yet. This is pyrite. I got a big old piece of pyrite, okay? I got some small pieces too. I make a money oil, and I put little bitty pieces of pyrite in the money oil, but I have my own big pyrite that I work with. But this is pyrite. They call it fool's gold, okay? Read up on it. Go do your own research. Be an independent researcher. No, never, you can take what people tell you about stuff, but still go do your own research, okay? Don't never just take what somebody tells you about, you know, things, you know, use your own intellect and your own intuition, because where your intellect and your intuition meet, that's your truth. Even if what somebody else tells you about something sounds good, feels good, and probably is true and good, it doesn't matter. Go get your own understanding, okay? And let your own spirit tell you what to do with said thing. I know you're like, why she keep shuffling? Because I'm one of them kind of people. I gotta get you know, if you're if you are if you work with oracle cards and tarot cards, it's a certain feeling you get when you know it's time to pick from the deck, right? Or you know when it's time to stop. And I just ain't got that yet. I ain't got that yet. Shy. Thank you. It gave me 2, and that's exactly what I needed. So citrine, awesome for you. Do I got my citrine up here? No. Crap. But I didn't know that I was going to pull these 2. Citrine is really good. Really good for you. It's not your stone. I think Aquarius' stone is amethyst, and that's good too. So I shouldn't have to tell you about amethyst. You should already know to have amethyst. Amethyst helps, it helps crystallize and protect the new energy that you are moving in now. It puts a barrier or a shield of protection around your electromagnetic field, making sure that people who are not in alignment with the energy that you are can't even penetrate your aura. They can't come into your world. You can't sit with me because you ain't vibrating high enough. So amethyst is good for you. That is your crystal. Get you some. Get you some citrine. Now, citrine is good for working with that that solar plexus, okay? That's where your individuality lives. That's where they say that's the seat of your soul, okay? Your solar plexus houses your soul. It may not. Sounds good. I could see how that could be true, but again, do your own research on what the solar plexus chakra means to you. However, I will say that citrine is really good for honing in on your solar, SOLAR energy, okay? Your sun energy, shining light on your creativity, shining light on skills and gifts that are specific to who you are. Not something that you've learned how to do via education in school, or you watched YouTube. And we all came here with gifts and talents and skills that were innate to us, and citrine helps you tap that. It also keeps you jovial. Citrine is a stone of joyfulness, okay? It's a stone that helps you stay connected to your mental agility, okay? So as I talked about on part 1, how you work with stones, or the way I teach people to work with stones, and then I still tell them to go out and research on, research the stone and then follow your own intuition on how you should work with the stone. But I do give tips and suggestions. I always say put a crystal close to or on the chakra that matches the color of the stone. So you would put a citrine right here. You put that citrine right there. Once you find out what citrine is good for, once you find out what your solar plexus really is, then you know what to say when you put that crystal right there. Okay, so citrine citrine is good for you right now, Aquarius, because you are calling in some very new, ambitious success, and this keeps you in alignment with that. Citrine is I work with citrine anytime I am doing so on the tip of my tongue. Because a word is here, but it ain't coming out here. I use citrine a lot. Let me just say that. My happy magic. When I'm doing my happy magic, my glamour magic, my high-spirited magic, I work with citrine, okay? And when I say magic, yes, I mean magic. Because some people are like, magic. Yes, whatever you think magic is, that's what I do, okay? And I incorporate crystals, okay? It's also a stone of vitality. It's a life crystal. It's a life stone. You can feel it. You can feel when you are high vibrational. Now, I will say this before I talk about this. I do not recommend anybody working with stones when you are heavy, low, angry, full of guilt, full of remorse. When you low in your energy, please don't work with stones. Please go do a clearing, a cleansing. Please go take you a spiritual bath. Please get your mind right before you work with high vibrational stones. Two things are going to happen when you are working with a stone that may not resonate with you because you're not on the level of it. It's going to give you a headache, and your fingers may start, the tip of your fingers will go numb, and they may feel like they're vibrating. You're not in alignment with the vibratory energy of that stone. So go do some work, go ground. The quickest way to get rid of that type of energy is to go ground, go outside, go put your feet on the ground, go by a tree, go put your feet in water, go do things to ground with earth. Okay, water is earth. Of course, the ground is earth, so you need to go earthing, and then come back and work with your crystals. Okay. Now, when you come back from earthing, and you do want to work with a crystal, because I will tell people to work with moldavite, but you got people who not gonna do the work, or they're not gonna work it right to work with moldavite. But moldavite is a crystal. I'm upstairs and all my crystals are downstairs. But look up moldavite. Moldavite, because it's a quick rendering, quick result, ascensioner type of stone. It's gonna get you there. It's gonna take you there. But it's gonna take you deeper into whatever you are. So if you with the shit, it's gonna to some more shit. But if you're moving up in your spirit, in your vibration, it's gonna shoot you there, because it's a stone of quick results, and it's a stone of ascension. But some people rise and then fuckery, so it's gonna rise you on up in there. Anyway, I just mentioned that. But scratch that. Don't work on moldavite, because that moldavite is for people who know what they do. You be done fucked around and got it, and child, then be trying to message me. Well, you knew who told me to work with. Nah. No, I didn't. So scratch that. Do not work with moldavite if you're not if you're not mastered in crystals. Okay. Now, I don't know nothing about this crystal. This is called Presley Bluestone. I don't know nothing about it. Go do your own research on it. I do like the fact that it's a 33. It's a master number, so it's probably a master stone. I don't know where you can get it, but you can always Google it. You can research it. You can read different doctrines and stuff about it. If it makes sense to you, try to find it. That's all I can say, because, I mean, I don't know about every single crystal on Earth. I know about a lot of them, but I don't know about all of them, right? So, I don't know. Go find that one, and shit, matter of fact, come back and tell me how it works if you get it, okay? But I've already given you 3 stones that would absolutely 1,000% help you, okay? Pyrite, amethyst, and citrine. Them 3 alone gonna get you where you need to be, gonna help you maintain where you going, where you already are. Because again, I see this ascension, so I ain't talking to somebody who ain't done none of what I'm talking about. You are already where you Aquarius. You are a forward moving energy. You are always leveling up and leveling up and leveling up. And even if you get knocked down and thrown back, you still get back up and you're leveling up, leveling up. So but that's air. That's air. That's Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius anyway. So yeah, just get these stones and keep on keeping on. Because I like what I see for you. And I hope that you enjoyed what I saw for you. Okay? Go back and watch part 1. Bye-bye.